Professor Groves, and this is a homework problem that students were having difficulty in week 5. This is homework number 2, problem number 2, and the topic is from your ebook 6.1 Discrete Probability Distributions. So here is a probability distribution. We have the value of x, which is 25, 50, 75, and 100. And then we have the probabilities of getting each of these x values. We know that this is a legitimate probability distribution because when we add up all these numbers, it must equal 1. And these probabilities have to be between 0 and 1. So let's look at this first question right here. Okay. The probability that x is equal to 100. Okay. Here it's saying that exactly what is the probability if x is 100? And that probability is equal to 0.14. Okay. So when it's equals, it's looking for a specific value. Now next, you'll notice that these have less than or equal to, and these are greater than and less than. And so whenever it has an equal sign, it means it's going to include this data value. So we want x, and we want all the data values that are less than 75. Okay, so that is B. And the data values you're going to do here is you're going to add 0.26 plus x is 50, so that's 0.32. Plus 75, that's 0.28. And you include the 75 because it has the equal sign. And you add those up, and you're going to get a probability. Sometimes it's good to put the 0 so that you can see. Okay? So if we add these numbers up, the probability is 0.86. And it asks you when there is a CDF. Okay, the CDF means that it's going to be less than equal to. Okay, so it's all the values that are less than or equal to. So that's B. Okay. For C, they want the x values that are greater than 50. So that means that you do not include 50. So you're going to look at the values that are greater. So here you're going to add 0.28 plus 0.14. And you are going to get 0.52. You're just adding those up. And the last one, okay, now this is less than. So for the last one, we want all the values that are less than 100. And I'm going to keep this simple. There's another way that you can do it. So we want the values that are less than 100. So it's not going to include 100 for the x value. It's going to include the x values for 25, 50, and 75 and find their probabilities. So that is D. So here you would add 0.26 plus 0.32 plus 0.28. And if you add those up, then you're going to get 0.86. And you notice that two of these answers come out the same. And what I'd like to do is point out that if you have the probability that x is less than or equal to 75, so that means it includes the 75, that is equal to, and it can go either way, the probability that x is less than 100. Okay? So here it includes the 75. Here you notice it does not include the 100. Okay? So when you are talking about discrete probabilities, basically all you have to do is add the appropriate numbers. Okay, and we want to keep it simple, and so this is the easiest way to do this. I was going to do this as a handout, but I thought I'd do this as a video instead. And as a handout, I'm just showing you here. You could pause this and look at this. Okay, A is the probability that x equals 100. So you look at the table. B is the probability that x is less than or equal to 75. C is the probability that x is greater than 50. And D, the probability that x is less than 100. I hope this helps. Have a great day. And if you have any questions, just ask. I'm here to help you.